Hi everyone, Nathan here from Mighty Lancer Games. Welcome to this evening's stream. And what have I done there? Welcome to this evening's stream where I'm going to be painting this giant Cobra over here and this Marsh Troll. So I've just put this basing stuff on the snake. So while that dries, I'm just going to put the undercoat on this troll. So just going to get him ready. I've already done the basing stuff on this guy. Just used a bit of leftover Sterling mud. It'll probably get another coat once this has dried a little bit, but I thought I'd get it going. Stuck both of these on some Reaper 50mm round bases, 2-inch rounds. This troll I stuck with the base inside out, so I could fill it with basing material up to the level of its feet, and the snake is stuck on top of the base because it's quite flush with the floor, so I thought that it would look a little better that way. So before we go any further, thank you very much Moxie for subscribing, continuing your subscription run. That's very, very kind of you. How is everybody on this lovely day? It's been a bit chilly but bright, hasn't it? It's very nice. Mrs. MLG here at the side of me is just embarking on a new miniature to paint. Ooh, thank you very much, Deathly. That's extremely kind of you. I do like that noise. Yeah. Wow. Our jar's like filling up in it. Awesome.
Well, thank you very much for using it on us, definitely. We do appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Sharon says, today I was priming with a brush, which I haven't done in ages. I forgot how annoying it is.
Yeah. That's why I only use these horror brushes, because I like to jab it into all the nooks and crannies. Undercoating with a spray can or an airbrush is definitely much easier. But I like using the Reaper brush-on primer so I can control where it's going if I'm doing it this way. I do need to get a little bit of spraying done over the next few days, don't I? I need to undercoat your Phoenix. Not undercoat it, even. It's already painted. Varnish your Phoenix.
Oh, is that a subtle way of telling me it's rubbish and I need to do it again?
No, not at all.
Just going to undercoat this. Please paint it again.
No.
Pete's in the house. He says, hydrate!
Yeah.
Everybody
Thank you.
hydrate. Keep all healthy. He's actually got water today.
Actually got water.
Is there a reason you've actually got water, or did you just...
I just fancied some nice cold H2O. I was going to say something and then I've just
Pete's showing off his emotes.
Yeah, wow. I like the T-Rexy looking one.
And you put them into chat, they float about showing off his emote muscles.
Yeah. Flexing
Definitely.
flexing the emotes.
Definitely's been varnishing on Sunday. He loves the colour forge stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to use. I've not tried it yet, the matte varnish. Got it like acclimatising to room temperature over here at the side of me. You know what I didn't do? Because I was distracted by getting this guy ready.
Well, I will if anything happens. I'll go and get them.
Thank you. So...
So go on, what are you doing? What's happening? Come on.
So I'm just going to undercoat this guy. I've got some Reaper brush-on black primer. And just undercoating this for when I've finished with the snake, which hopefully shouldn't take too long. Actually, the snake this evening. Once this basing stuff's got to a stage where I can work on it. Yeah, so we've added to the web store today. We've got some finally we've been asked for it a few times. Finally got some Flesh and Blood card game in a new or relatively new trading card game that's causing a bit of a stir in the gaming community. So I'd resisted getting it in because I thought it might be another flash in the pan situation like we've had with a few other card games over the past few years, but it seems that it's still quite solid in terms of gamers and players, so we've been asked to get it in, so I finally got some in, and that's been added to the web store today. We've got elements from 3 different recent sets, and we've got some more bits and pieces for it on the way, some more booster packs and what have you. It's a new game from a company in New Zealand, and we've got starter decks and booster packs and what have you that have been added to the website. There's a couple of different forms of the stuff. So we've got the unlimited version of the printings. So they've done 2 print runs of these sets. And if you get the first edition, then you get like a different type of foiling cards in it. So we've gone for the unlimited stuff. But then when the new sets come out, if it's demand is there, we'll get the first runs of new stuff. Sunday was a big right, I understand. Just done that bit. There's close up of my arm, Undercoat Troll. Tell you what I will do while we're on, because this thing's it's drying but slowly, so while that's on I will also use my black primer just to sort out these heads that I've put on my black templates. So I've 3D printed, I mentioned the other day, I've 3D printed some heads which I've plucked off the original heads that were on these black templates and stuck on the 3D printed ones. So I'm just going to undercoat those while I'm on. And then the other thing, I've also decided that I was going to repaint the shoulder pads, and I'm not going to do them white as I had previously, so we'll just overpaint those, give that a couple of coats as they dry, and work my way through these 2 or 3 guys, or half a dozen guys even.
Oh, you have to talk to us about some cool stuff then and keep us entertained.
Yeah, so these I've thinned this down possibly a bit too much. It's going to take a couple of coats to cover over. Now these heads, the reason that I've done these is because I really wanted them all to look like Crusader style helmets, but some of the heads that come in the kit, or you don't get enough heads in the kit to do all of the guys with the helmets that I like, so I decided that I was going to get these different heads. And I have no intention of ever going and playing in a Games Workshop hosted tournament, so I know that I don't need to worry about having non-original parts on my models. Very, very unlikely that I will ever go and play a game at Warhammer World or anything.
So you will have those kind of things in the shop
We
then?
don't mind people using 3D printed parts and stuff on their models. Possibly draw the line at people reproducing existing models, or we do draw the line at people reproducing existing models with 3D printed ones, or recasts or whatever, because that's a bit naughty. But if it's a part like this where you can't get it for whatever reason, it's a conversion part or something, that's perfectly acceptable.
Oh, so they don't allow non-GW kit bashing?
Yeah, they they're very fiercely protecting their IP stuff at the moment, and one of the things was recently in tournament rules they put out an update saying that if you use third-party parts that are based in design off their products, so different alternate parts for Space Marines or whatever, that you're not allowed to use them in their events. And fully 3D printed models and stuff would be barred from the event. But you can use whatever parts you like from GW kits. You just can't use non-GW stuff. And if you've sculpted something yourself and it's completely unique, that's okay. But if you're using somebody else's third-party stuff, that's not allowed.
What kind of rules do you have?
So, well, I figure that if you're using an original kit, well, my rule would be, or is, even, yeah, my rule is that if you're using a Games Workshop kit, but you've used third-party embellishments for it, then that's perfectly fine. But you're not allowed to use like knockoff stuff, if you know what I mean. Because we know there's plenty of companies out there that are less scrupulous. China and Russia and all these other countries where they sell through various interweb sites, and you can get Games Workshop products cast in resin and what have you. But that wouldn't be permissible, I'm afraid.
Sharon says, I get the fully reproduced minis. That's never cool. But seems a bit strict. But yes, I did hear they are aggressively pursuing people if they think they are even vaguely plagiarising.
Yeah,
They've got to look after their projects, haven't they? They've built.
That's
worked so hard to build up this empire, of which they have, that they do have to protect it. That's the problem, though, when people are successful. There's always somebody that wants to come in and like steal that success and ride on the back of it, isn't there, and make some money.
Yeah.
When it's blatant plagiarism.
Yeah, I understand they've even been clamping down on folks selling on like Etsy and what have you. So they've been selling scenery that would be suitable for 40k, for example, or what have you. But if they've used Warhammer 40,000 in the title of their listings, that they've been shutting them down. So I think what I'm going to do with these black... I realise this is not Reaper Miniatures giant Cobras, is it? This is just while we're waiting for that to dry. But my plan with these is... why is he loose on his base? The plan with these is I'm going to do them fully black, I think, rather than trying to do them with white shoulder pads. Fully black with white insignia. I think that's what we're going to do. Right. Let's get that washed out. Also, people having their stuff for sale taken down when they only there you go, compatible. Was not a reproduced sculpt, just suitable for it, like you'd say compatible with D&D. Yeah, that's what I've heard, that they're really getting quite on with it. I did read an article that was on one of the news sites the other day, saying that the part of the reason that Games Workshop shares were taking a little bit of a hit was because there's kind of a market, what's the word? Oh. Where people like refuse to, like a boycott, that's the word, like a people boycotting them because of the way that they're treating some of these other companies. Anyway,
what reap are you doing?
Let's crack on with the snake. So I've got some Nightmare Black here, which is a relatively new colour, so I'm going to get some Nightmare Black and I'm just going to put it onto the black areas of the scales as a little bit of a highlight. And what I'm going to do...
Blue black,
it is, yeah. So I'm just going to put that on the black parts and over these lower parts. So if you remember the picture that I showed last week, or if you didn't see the picture I showed last week, even these scales lower down where I've made them like a bit murkier, they were black with a bit of the beigey goldy colour showing through, and then as it got higher up they were just the goldy colour altogether. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do the black first, and then I'm just going to pick out a couple of little details up here, and then give him some nice glossy eyes, and then it's just the base to do. So Nightmare Black is probably my favourite colour, says Sharon. I don't know, actually. I don't know. I guess it must be. It's a normal paint code, 9280.
No, it's not like a Halloween special.
Oh, I don't know. It came in the Halloween goodie bags, but I don't think it's a Halloween special. I could be wrong.
Well, we won't have it yet, anyway.
We should have it if it's an existing colour. But I must admit, I haven't looked.
We've got it. We've got it in a paint series from Dead Colours 09794, Nightmare Black,
Right.
some brilliant pink and maggot white. 09280, is that what?
That's it. Yeah. That's the one.
But you haven't got it as a colour on its own. Tut tut tut. We still need to take down the Halloween decorations at the shop. They are still up.
Yeah.
This time, last year, we'd done the Christmas window display, but currently the Halloween decorations are still up.
Because Halloween's better than Christmas.
It's not better than Christmas. It's just that you shouldn't start celebrating Christmas until, at least the end of November, December. Otherwise you lose the magic by the time it gets to the 25th of December. If you start celebrating Christmas like the shops do in April, and you're bored of it by the time it arrives. But we do Christmas our own way, don't we? It's very family orientated, and we just have a relatively normal meal, but maybe with a starter. We don't go insanely overboard. There's not thousands and thousands of unnecessary presents and everything. We get a couple of presents. And normally for the adults it's something we actually need, like I want a window vac for the windows. And we need some Pyrex dishes. So, stuff like that. It's never an over the top money affair. It's very, very spend time with the family and try and switch off the phones and stuff and play some games and things like that. That's more our kind of Christmas. So, because everybody does it slightly differently, don't they? Because we're not religious, so we don't celebrate it like that. My mum and dad used to go to midnight mass, but that's more my mum wanting to, and she's been less successful at making my dad go in the last couple of years. Hi, Jenny. We've got some new stuff added to the website. We've got some pre-order Pokemon that everybody seems to want, and it's very difficult to get hold of Pokemon nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Coming soon, and the newest, and then the next set, which is up for pre-order. In fact,
it's pre-order that I'm looking at. Fusion Strike or something.
No, for us to pre-order. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, darling.
Sorry. Yeah, so I need to sort it out. I think I've got till Wednesday to get our order.
Sort it out. And then we've got some new scale model kits. Who are they by? What symbol's that?
Zvezda.
That's probably why I don't know that. I wouldn't be able to say that, would I?
Zvezda, a Russian company.
And there's some Italian.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like it now. I don't know if I've trashed it.
Wow, you've made it very black now, haven't you? What's that all about? Can't you wipe it off?
No, that's the...
No, so it just goes into the recesses. And we've added some more Spellcraft. I forgot
to take it back.
Yeah. The weird Minotaur's strange. He's got a really characterful face. He looks really, really grumpy, and he's got an absolutely ginormous blade. Have you seen it?
No.
Well, I know you would have ordered it, but didn't know if you'd remembered. It's he looks like, this is mine. You're not allowed to come anywhere near it. Don't steal my blade. It's mine. Go away. Looks like that. There he is, looking like a grumpy bum. That's what I look like in the morning.
Wowzers.
Yeah.
How does he even hold it with them trotters?
Well, he's not. He's got it looped under his arm. And then obviously he's got his loincloth at the front and just a little bit of a whoop up your bum at the back. Just to protect that modesty there. But yeah, he's ace. I quite like him. He's so much character in his little face. And I don't think he's that tiny either. I keep saying little. He comes with a 40 by 40 millimeter base. He's approximately 30 millimeters to his eyes. I don't know why that's the scale that they've used. Is there a reason that they've used to his eyes? And
yeah, well,
is that
the scale measurement of 25 mil or 28 mil or whatever is normally from his to the eye line of the thing.
Well, there you go, because he's 28 mil, so there you go. He's pretty cool. I did him today, and a big spider. I did a big spider as well.
I like the spider.
Yeah, it's got a strange. Is it abdomen? Is the bum bit?
Thorax. I think.
Well, it won't be whatever I said, will it? He's got a strange, very lots of texture in it. So this bit here, and there's a painted example where they've done it like a flower of some description.
Cool.
That's pretty.
Yeah, I like that.
That's pretty cool. So I did that as well. Yeah, and there's some goblins too.
Yeah, they're cool.
Everything's cool.
And some orcs. I think there's some orcs.
Yes, there's some orcs as well. Yes. But the goblins are fun. And then there's the D&D books that you've added. The Treasury of Dragons, Fizzband's Treasury of Dragons.
Yeah, that's the new D&D book. New supplement.
Oh, they're both the same price then, the alternative cover and the normal cover.
Yeah.
Cool. I like the alternative cover.
I haven't seen it. I haven't even seen it in the shop.
Oh, it's like
Dragons
having a scrap.
I've been so busy today that I just haven't even had a chance to look at any of the stuff.
Get the violins out. Get the violins out. There you go, looks like that. That's the alternative cover.
Oh, cool. I like that.
Yeah, back on you now.
Very nice.
What, that we're back on you?
Yeah.
We've got some new deck boxes.
We have. We've got some more, actually, than those turned up because I'd ordered some different ones from TT
Oh, right, okay.
that have come today as well. But we
also-
haven't done anything with them.
I also really like this guy. This guy is ace. I mean, if you're going to ride anything, ride a giant anteater. I mean, come on. Look at his tongue. He's like, oh, I just want something to eat. Oh, come on, let's have a break. Let me have some ants. They've just got so much character in them. They're ace.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. Well, I like them. So there you go.
I'm not sure about my snake now. Don't know if I've wrecked it.
And I've added Christmas gonks. In case anybody likes Christmas gonks, I've added some Christmas gonks.
I think
And the red gobber. That's all as well, isn't it? Yeah, have a stretch and then contemplate that you've completely ruined your snake.
Contemplate that I've completely ruined it. I think I have. I think I've done too much. That blue's just spoiled it, I think.
So, this could be a stream on how to fix rubbishy paper.
I don't know how to fix that. I don't know how to fix that.
this stream.
Yeah, sorry.
Contemplating.
Yeah, this is me thinking like, how can I fix it? How can I make myself happier with that? What I've done.
Put it in the bin and start again.
Yeah, I could just repaint it, couldn't I?
Oh, so that was interesting, everybody. Thanks for coming to 2 streams of broken the Cobra.
No, it's fine. I'm.
Can't you just dry brush it lighter over the top?
Yeah, I think we'll sort it. We'll sort it.
Yeah.
Just
There you
this.
go. That's exactly what I just said to Aaron. You can dry brush again with that bone colour if you want to revive it and revert it a bit.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do.
What he's really going to do is just sit and sulk.
I'm not gonna sit and sulk. I'm gonna try and. I think the reason that I think it looks a bit odd is because you can still see some of the bony colour too much in the recesses, and it just looks a bit odd.
That's what you want.
No, it looks a bit strong. Oh, no, but now I have properly wrecked it. So I've touched the basing stuff with the brush. Need to get rid of that. So I used a different brush loaded up with loads of water to get that last layer of stuff off. So I touched on the grey, the basing material, which I really should have waited until it was fully dry before I started doing anything else. But I didn't want to wait because I'm impatient.
And how did that work out for you?
Terribly. So. And then what had happened is I've then brushed grey all over the bottom part of this mini. So well, let's try that again. So I've gone back to the Nightmare Black, and I'm just gonna not particularly dry brush, but try and smudge a bit of Nightmare Black into the recesses there.
I thought it was the Nightmare Black you didn't like.
No, I do. I like the colour. It's just I didn't like the. When I sat and stared at it for a second and you were taking a mick out of me, I realised that it was that I didn't like how much of the bony colour I could see in the recesses. I think. So we're going to try this, and if I still don't like it, then we'll do something else. Get in there. I don't like this mould line that runs down the front of the figure. That's quite annoying. Did my best to tidy that up before. We're just going to end up with a blue snake, I think.
Yeah, it does look like I haven't used it, Sharon. Sharon says I also think Nightmare Black has a weird consistency for dry brushing. Almost seems like a liner. I haven't used it, but when I looked up at his screen, I thought it just looked like he'd put a liner on. How we can do? You're just missing Nathan bodging his snake and really regretting his choices.
Yeah. It's alright though, we're getting there.
Well, what are you doing? So
I'm just going to get this blue on, then I've just kind of, I don't know, I guess that you would call this kind of like a stipple brushing kind of pattern over there, something like that. Actually, I think I like that more because you can still see the variation of colour gently in the recesses. There we go. Yeah, I quite like that. So that's all Nightmare Black. I'm going to leave those bony sections. Dotted his eyes in with a little bit of gloss varnish. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch brushes because this one's fully wet. And I'm going to add a little bit of some lighter blue into there. Well, because I've started with the blue now, and I think it'll look weird if I do it something different. So if I get my reference picture up, there we go. See, reference picture. I think there's a little bit of a bluey sheen to that as the sunlight's hitting the thing. So that's what I'm going for. So I'm going to try and enhance the blue ever so slightly. Now then, what do I go for? Maybe we need to do this. Blue flame. Just put a little...
Wow, that is bright.
Put a tiny little dot of this. Does anyone here use their Prime sub? I used mine last month and I know that has now expired. You're supposed to get a Prime sub every month, but it isn't giving me the option to use it. I have discovered with my own Wicked that sometimes it doesn't actually seem to run in the day or to the date, so it might expire, but then you've still got kind of like a 2-week window or something to use it, and it's still in the same month. It seems a bit odd. I've never been able to fathom exactly like what's going on. But it's like it should give you a notification on the anniversary or something, but it doesn't work that way. Hydrate.
Tony says, I'm so rubbish, don't know what a Prime sub is. So if you have Amazon Prime, you get a free subscription to a Twitch channel as part of that package. So you can use your Amazon Prime free subscription to subscribe to Mighty Lancer Games, because we're awesome and wonderful and fantastic. Haha. Even though currently Nathan is bodging a mini and I'm being grumpy about it.
I'm not being grumpy, it's alright. Artistically enhancing my mistake.
Right. We're now having a blue snake.
We're having a blue snake.
I mean, you know, it's a fantasy world, so it doesn't really matter, does it?
No.
But, yeah. Blue snake now.
Yeah.
And what was the other thing you've got? Are you having a blue troll as well?
No, we're having a green troll.
A green troll.
Because then he can match up with the troll king that I painted a little while ago. Which is... I think I did it for my duo with Hamish a little while ago. Can you remember? No. No, not really.
Excellent. I'll take that then.
Right then. I'm going to come back to this in a minute. Give it a few minutes, and then I'm going to come back to him. So I'm going to put some green on this troll. Now his primer is dry. So this is 77 Cowser blue. Moo. So this is 77152 Marsh Troll, one of the Bones minis, and what I'm going to use to base coat this chap is the same green that I used to base coat the other one, and that was Vallejo Dark Green. Sharon says she's painting all her mushrooms pink. Anarchy! Is that the mushroom men, the myconids? Right. Just gonna put the lid back on this paintbrush because I don't need that one right now. We're going to go for... for the Green Stuff World brush, our tried and tested friend.
I thought that was Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
What's that?
Fan for friended friend. You just reminded me of it when you said.
No, I don't know if I've ever seen Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Well, I must have seen it, but I can't remember it. So this guy, when I was undercoating him, reminded me very much of Calaguk, the Troll King, who was another Reaper Bones troll. Because the design of these alligator, crocodile style, I don't know how you describe them, lumps on his back, and these spines, very similar to the other troll. So that was... when inspiration hit me that I should paint them the same. So I did the other one with, in fact, probably messed up already. Did the other one with based on a kind of crocodile-y paint scheme. So it was green with a beigey coloured belly. Probably not paint all his belly green in case it's not, well, because I'll have to go back over it with, so we'll just have a little bit of overlap of green over onto his front. I'll have to go back over and paint it with the bony colour that we used, or fleshy colour that we used. I do like Reaper miniatures. They are cool, aren't they? So much look how much detail's in this guy. I didn't realise how much detail he actually had in it. Loads.
Have you got a favourite Reaper mini?
There's so...
Right. Have you got a favourite Reaper Bones Black?
There's so many. Bones Black wise, I think it's got to be the I really like the giant bats. I know that. No, that's not like and the elemental guy, the genie that I painted, the elemental scions genie, the genie that I painted recently. I think he is possibly my favourite. He's a Bones Black figure, isn't he? He's a Bones Black. I reckon he's possibly my favourite individual Bones Black figure. But if I had to pick a pack or something, then I really like the giant bats. I think they're really cool. From the Pathfinder range, it's got to be the Pathfinder Red Dragon. I think that's awesome. And the Chronoscope Bones range, there's a figure called Night Slip, which is really cool. It's like a female hero, superhero type figure. That's really funky. And from the normal Bones range, choice is massive, isn't it? Choice is absolutely huge.
Sharon loves all the Sophies, they are so cool. And I know Little Miss likes all the Rockies.
Yeah. I don't know. Maldrakar, I think. Yeah, you can't get him at the moment. I suspect that he may make a return eventually. Bone 6.
Yours is just waiting to be painted.
It is.
Looking at you like, hello, I've been here for 3 years now.
What was that? What was that?
Moxie's gifted a sub to Wicked D.
Oh, thank you very much, Moxie. That's extremely kind of you.
Got all the love. All the love.
That's awesome. Thank you. I think maybe, because really should paint Mal, shouldn't I?
You really should paint that.
So why don't we, after I've finished painting this Marsh Troll, why don't we, instead of doing Subbox Monday, Mal Monday, and
I don't know. Would anybody like to see us paint Maldrakar?
and then we could work through Mal.
And so what's the plan then? Are we doing a head each or something?
Yeah, well, what you want to do ahead?
No, I'm asking you what your plan is.
All right. Well, I took the heads off because I'd glued it all together, and I realised
that was ridiculous.
That was incredibly foolish. So I took the heads back off. So yeah, I guess like need to paint her in sections. Got to refer to it as a her because it's supposed to be Tiamat, mother of dragons or whatever she's called. Yeah.
So are you planning on painting it like Tiamat with the different coloured heads and stuff?
Absolutely, yeah. One red, one white, one blue, one green, one black.
Cool. That should be fun then. So what colour's the body then?
Red.
Ah, right. Okay.
So dark red for the body with different coloured heads.
Cool. Well, you could do that. I'll let you. I'm nice like that, you see.
Yeah.
I'm so kind to you.
Yeah. Right then. So that's what we'll do. Once we finish this troll, we'll do that. See if we can finish it by Christmas.
Oh dear. There's not that many Mondays left.
No.
Everybody must enjoy you experimenting with your miniatures because you've had more subscriptions on this stream of you bodging your snake than any of the others. Or is it just coincidental that they run out?
I think it's just coincidence.
What would you like to see? Is there any changes or anything that you would like to see? And no, there's no more hydrates. I can't drown him with a super hydrate when he's drinking beer or something. That would be really mean. But is there anything that you'd like to see? Any differences? Any changes? Anything at all? I mean, I could just say no, but you might as well ask. Obviously, we do these things at these times because of Little Miss going to bed. And then on Tuesday we do it a little bit earlier so that we can all hop on along to Hamish's stream. Because when we started we didn't want to tread on anybody else's toes that we knew, obviously. But if there's any suggestions or anything, then just say, the music's too loud, the music's rubbish, anything, and we'll have a look-see. Why do I only paint on stream on Tuesday? Because I'm not as good a painter as the boy over there. And the idea originally was that it would just be Nathan, and then he bullied me into doing one, and now I've ended up having to do Tuesdays with him. So basically it's because I'm a giant shy head. I mean, currently I've just been being mean to him because he knows I love him super lots. It's one of those, I'm mean to him but it's all done with love. I'm really nice to him most of the time. But I am over here completely bodging this mini. It looks absolutely atrocious. But you lot can't see that. I've also stolen Wicked D's recipe-ish for armour. So it's a silver and gold mix that I'm using. I am painting some kind of skeleton dude, but he's got some armour on.
I think Sharon's right.
And I've stolen Wicked D's thing. I like your style, it's fun and informal. I'm quite happy if you want to paint something different on Subbox Monday. Thank you. Thank you, Tony, yeah. We like to, because it's only we get you lot, you know, you awesome, absolutely wonderful, amazing people watching us. So we never really get any new people. It's just our little community, isn't it? So we really want to be doing stuff that you want to be seeing. Otherwise, it's a bit silly of us.
See, Sharon says that you're a good painter and it's about the process. I think you should both be on stream. I agree. I think that we should both be on stream all the time.
Yeah, but sometimes it's not practical, is it? Because I have to go and sort little ones. We'll see. It also means you won't be able to see his beautiful face and his lovely shiny bald head.
Nobody's bothered about that.
Tony says, I'm bodging this portal, so we're bodging together. Oh, I can't quite see what bits of this miniature are. So it's definitely got armour on, but then I'm not sure about other random bits of it. So I think I may have possibly just painted his arm, which was bone, as armour, without realising that it's supposed to be his bone. Fix my hydrate button, everyone else's works. Yours works, you hydrated us earlier. Because I said he had water. Can he no trick us there? Or you got to put a hat on, which you see I've got to go and get you, which would mean me wandering off.
Oh no, I should have been more prepared. I should have got the box. You did ask me, didn't you? That's the thing. You said, have you got the box of hats ready? And I said, no, but I'll get it in a second when I finish just doing this. And then I got myself distracted doing this. So I was just starting to get the basing material whacked onto this guy's base before we started stream.
Oh look, and Gizmo's woken up now I've moved. Stop painting then, I'll put your hat on.
Ah!
Hey Gizzy Willow!
Wow.
Hey. Want to say hello to everybody? Want to say hello?
He needs to be awake anyway, to get tired out before bedtime. Gizmo kept us awake most of the night last night, because he just decided that he didn't want to be on his own in the room that he's been on his own overnight for the past week.
Which is only across the corridor from us.
Yeah.
Because we have a tiny house. We're not even on a different floor level. I'm going to say hello to everybody. Me? Do you want to say hello?
Let me just finish this leg.
You're eating me. Who's eating me? It says you've got to hydrate.
Okay. He must have restarted the stream.
Yeah, I haven't taken it off, Pete. It's not my end, promise. Oh, I didn't notice. Is that the new large handle? No, I think that's the old large handle, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the old large handle. But I've managed to stick my finger in the basin stuff down the back there. And then I've smeared sterling mud all over the back of the painting. I wondered how I kept getting it in my hands. What a numpty.
I don't know, he is falling into your daddy.
What a numpty. So I'll make that a puddle when I get to painting. Hydrate. I need to hydrate.
That's my new hydrate song, would you like it?
Oh, excuse me. No, I haven't had a chance to get myself a new painting handle yet. Here we go. What's this? What's this? You looking up there? Gizmo. Look up there. There he is. There he is. Yeah. I love you. Yes, I do. Sorry, everybody. No painting while I have cuddles with the puppy. Oh, he's so cute.
Is that it? You gonna paint now?
Yeah. You wanna go back to your mum? There we go. He is super cute. Super cute. Right then, let's get back to this abomination. this abomination. I think that it's going to look fine so long as I do something different with the stone that is on to make it not look so so dark. So let's get that stone sorted out on his base, and then we can maybe differentiate between the blob. Get some Reaper. Was it just called Stone Grey? Stone Grey 9086. Stone Grey. I like Stone Grey and Weathered Stone. And I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be. It might be Polished Stone as a triad you used to be able to get. I noticed it the other day when I was doing a little restock order with Reaper that a lot of the triads have disappeared. They've obviously discontinued them for whatever reason. I think they changed some of their paint pigments, haven't they? In the recent past. Anybody might know a little bit more detail, but I remember seeing something about paint pigments changing. I don't know if it's so they can get the certification to sell in California, because California in the US has a lot of different regulations about what can and can't be sold, and certain things have to be labelled as they might cause cancer if they've got certain additives in or whatever ingredients. So I don't know if it's something to do with that they've stopped certain ingredients in some of their paints. I know a lot of the reds came out of the range or changed. The two main people who did colours for Reaper left, so I guess there are some changes coming from that too. Ah, that might make sense, yeah. So that'll explain why we're getting kind of a whole raft of new colours and blends then. We've got a couple of kind of new ranges, shall we say, recently. Get that bit there, and there's this little bit in here. It's got a skull on. I'm not going to paint that as a skull. I'm going to paint it as part of the masonry. This skull in between these folds here, or coils. That's the correct word, isn't it? So, on this base I used some Citadel Astra Granite. I think I've mentioned before on the stream that Games Workshop rebranded a lot of their paints a couple of years ago, and there was a lot that we had to take off display. Yeah, super. We'll have a look at that in a minute, Tony. My computer operator has just gone outside. Tony's posted a picture in Discord, Mrs.
Progress picture?
Yeah, an updated progress picture, and it must be good because everybody says that it looks great, and wow. Right, so some of this Astro Granite is still a little wet, so I'm just dragging some excess stone grey around through it. And then what the plan is when that is all dry, it'll get the standard Null Oil Agrax Earthshade wash mix over the top, and then dry brushed up with that. So all the bases look the same, and then a black rim around the edge of the base, and job will be a good one. So yeah, let's have a look. I love cool glazing for cool effects, so much fun. I want to get that red looking a little more angry. Want to get some purple and blue in there too. Wow, that looks cool. What is it? What miniature is that, Tony? I don't think I've seen that one before. That looks awesome. Right then. So we've got this lovely deep green for our base for our troll. Like that. I'm going to have to take this hat off because my head's burning up. Whew. Had a bit of a trim on the beard the other day. You can actually see more of the shape of my face. Right then, so base coat on troll looks like that. And then what we're going to go next is treated myself to a couple of new paints today.
Oh, did you now?
I did.
Yeah.
Did with me pocket money.
I'm trying to have pocket money. What jobs have you done to get pocket money?
Been at work. Doing work, earning the pennies. Oh. Right, so here's a perfect example of what you need to do with Reaper paint. So I've just this is brand new paint. I've just opened it.
Reaper paint.
Green Stuff World paint. Green Stuff World paint. Right. So some of them come sealed, or a lot of them come sealed, and you need to pierce the end. So I pierced the end using my pokey tool here. And what happened was this cap has become dislodged. Now, if you don't poke the end out, and you're not careful, and you don't make sure that bit doesn't come out, and you give it a really good squeeze because you think it's blocked, then that bit can go out and you can end up with an entire pot of paint all over your paint palette, which is not ideal. So there you go. Always when you're using Green Stuff World paints, we do send little notes out if you haven't had one already, but make sure you give it a good poke through because you have got a little bit of a seal in there to stop them leaking. So Hunter Green, a new colour. I picked up 2 new greens for painting my orc bust. I looked at the contents of the and faces and walls. Yeah, that's right, Sharon. Looked at the contents of the Green Stuff World Orc and Goblin skin paint set, and I have nearly all of the colours that were in it, apart from these two: Hunter Green and Flubber Green.
Flubber Green.
Flubber Green. And because I think that they will be great highlight colours to my Spellcrow Orc bust over here. So I've been giving it a lot of thought and thinking where I need to get some brighter colours on him, on his skin. So
Flubber Green.
Hunter Green and Flubber Green. So we're going to try these out on this troll before we dive in and do it on the orc.
Flubber.
I don't think I've ever seen Flubber.
Oh, really?
Yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix a bit of Hunter Green in with the dark green that we had going on before, because we don't want it to be too dramatic a change. And then I'm going to dry brush that on to our troll.
What did you watch last night?
Oh, Mortal Kombat. The new edition, wasn't it?
Oh.
What did you reckon to it?
Well, it was on.
It was there.
It was there, and then it finished. And then that was the end of that. It wasn't the worst film I've ever seen in my life. I mean, we've seen some rubbish films.
Thanks, Moxie. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Moxie. Yes.
See you soon,
He's
hopefully.
He's going to overrun as always, isn't he? But yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was there. They're obviously setting it up for another one, aren't they?
Yeah.
Might be like blatantly obvious. Thanks, Tony. Are you actually finishing on time today?
Yeah, I think we'll actually finish on time. I'm just going to dry brush this and then we're good to go. We need to go and tire this puppy out so he sleeps through the night.
Yeah.
Get some tuggy toy playing.
Yeah, I handed over the reins to you at 2:30, didn't we? And then you were up with him. I don't do non-sleep. I like sleep. And I fell asleep after doing the homework with Madam. Because obviously she's doing the homework and I was just supposed to be listening and paying attention, and then I fell asleep.
Outrageous.
I know.
Right, there we go. First, oh, what's going on?
Hi, Crafty.
Thank you very much.
Evening.
Thank you. We were just saying that we were going to wrap up.
Yeah. Oh well, should we just try out a little bit of Flubber Green before?
Oh, we're going to Flubber Green. Flubber. It's a new paint colour that we have got in the house. Fashionably late, yes, by an hour. But at least you're here, crafting.
Right then. So, Flubber Green. Let's give that a... Wow! Look at that! That's insane. Is that how bright it really is? Whoa, it's like fluorescent yellow. Wowzers. Is that what colour Flubber is in the film?
That's great.
Right, so we'll mix a little bit of Flubber Green in with our
It has been a long time since I've watched it.
existing mixture. That tones it down a little bit.
Well,
See, Crafty got primed to work. It's just picking on me again.
You don't need it now.
No, yeah, Moxie's sorted you out, hasn't he? You'll be able to... you could maybe give one of your other favourite streamers your prime sub for the month. Alright, let's have a go with this. This guy's going to be definitely a little bit brighter than I was intending, but...
So does it go on nice?
Flubber Green. Oh, it goes on as perfectly as you would imagine. Green Stuff World paints are always awesome, I find.
Oh, that'd be nice. We could do that. That'd be nice.
Right, what's going on there?
I don't know. You tell us.
So, bit of little splodgy focusing around there on his legs and on his back. Get a little bit on the arm. Ah, perfect.
So we're liking Flubber.
Yeah, I'm liking a bit of Flubber Green. Hunter Green and Flubber Green. Beautiful. Right, there we go. Let me show him off and then we can...
Just lift him up slightly towards the wall, State.
Yeah.
You can talk.
Okay, so there we go. There's the start of our Marsh Troll with a bit of Flubber Green and what have you on. I think that looks cool. Green Stuff World Hunter Green and Flubber Green over a Vallejo Game Coloured Dark Green base coat. I like that. That's a perfect starting point really for the rest of the troll. We should get him finished and then I think we'll finish him next week, and then after that on to Maldrakar, I reckon. Awesome. Awesome. Do like that. Looks cool. Maybe we could go with... should we go like a neat Flubber Green over the top just to see what that looks like? Could always tone it back down again, couldn't we? Let's go neat Flubber Green over the top. It's a bit bright, but hey. We experiment, so you don't have to. It's going to be awesome. Oh, sorry. I was just concentrating on this lovely bright green. It's like a toxic green. It's awesome. I'm not going onto his belly. You might wonder why I'm not doing all of his belly. It's because I'm going to paint his belly a different shade. I think we're going to go. Oh, in fact, let's just do it all in green and see what it looks like. And then I might go back and do it slightly differently. Get his head in. Here's like things. Love the look at that. Let's see what that looks like on the camera. It's very bright. Very bright. Oh, I love it. I think that looks ace. So, I think I'm not even going to bother painting his belly a different colour. We're just going to leave it like that. And then we'll get the rest of his armour and equipment and wrappings and other bits and pieces done next week. And then he should be done. Cool. It's definitely liking that for the bust as well. It's going to be cool. But look how bright that green is on the brush. Let's show you that off. It's like luminescent. Fantastic. Love it. Glad I picked this now. Had an idea just so I was packing up at work today. Felt like, oh, that looks pretty cool. Wonder about some of that. Excellent. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for joining us this evening, and hopefully you'll join us tomorrow night, 7 p.m. till 8 p.m, where I will be painting a bit of my Grey Maiden mini from Reaper Miniatures again, and Mrs. MLG will be carrying on some work on Rictus. Maybe. Mrs. MLG is currently painting Rictus the Undying. Actually, I say I'm going to be painting my Grey Maiden. I've actually got 3 minis on the go for tomorrow night. So I've got Lurien the Ghost, and I also made a start on this guy, the Whispering Tyrant, last week, didn't I? So these 3 are here partially painted on the side. So I'll be doing a bit of those. Thank you, everybody. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. And yeah, cool. Enjoy the rest of your night.